Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Pint Half Full. My name's Gary, I'm going to be your host for today, and I'm joined by
Charlie
and Chris.
Welcome guys, how are we doing?
Very well, very well.
I feel like we haven't been in the same room on a podcast together for a while.
For a very long time now.
Yeah, so I'm excited for the bants. Before we start, I've got a podcast suggestion for everybody and for the guys and girls at home. Smartless, I don't know if you heard of Smartless. So I only just saw a couple of TikTok videos. Basically, I want us to be these guys. It is Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes, I think his name is. They've got really good bands, massive Hollywood stars, right? Really good bands, and then they bring in a guest. They don't tell the other two people. They all take turns bringing in a guest. They don't tell the other two people who that guest is going to be.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and they've just done a documentary following them around the country because they took it on tour. And like the first guest was Will Ferrell. Honestly, it's brilliant because you get to see these guys like sitting on a sofa, like monging out. You know, you only ever see these Hollywood stars on like the red carpet, in Q&As and stuff. Yeah. But they're like sitting in the hotel ordering food stuff. You know. Yeah. So it's honestly, it's brilliant. It's really, really good, and there's like 200 episodes.
Yeah, I've got to see an example of that.
Yeah, honestly, it's absolutely banging. So Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, if you're watching, get us on board.
Come on the show.
Yeah, come on the show, please. So today's episode, we're very excited about this topic. The topic is, as you can see on the screen, if you're watching on video, things that just piss us off.
Yeah.
Like I'm a grumpy old man, right?
There's a lot of stuff.
Oh god, there's loads. Shit get honestly daily. I've got like a list on my wall. Yeah, another one.
You got a checklist right at the start of the day. Tick.
Yeah, and so we're definitely going to be covering off probably some classics. Mm-hmm. I reckon there's going to be a few there that the listeners at home going, yes, that is one for me. So basically, we've all brought two to the table.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is go through all of these 6 things that just piss us off. Yeah. And then we're going to try and, put them in order. The most piss off on this, right? Yeah. And then we've got a few honourable mentions. We did a bit of a survey, so we'll list off a few honourable mentions. Okay. A lot of them are driving ones. Yeah. But we'll just crack on, shall we? Yeah. So, things that just piss us off. I've made a little presentation. Are you ready for this, right?
Number 1.
So, number 1.
Oh.
This is
urinal
etiquette.
Yeah.
Charlie.
This is my one.
I love what you've done, Gary. It's good.
It's great.
This is my one, though, and it's a perfect image for it, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not a shy pooper, right? But I'm a shy pisser. So
I get stage fright too.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
really get stage fright.
When some big bloke is like standing right.
All right.
Next
What
to
do you mean? So what are you looking at his dick for?
So honestly,
rule number 1: don't look at another man's dick.
Let me paint the picture for you. So there's 3 next to you, but the bloke decides to stand right next to the one that you're in, right? Yep. And you've just started, you're just about to start, but they start right before you. Yeah. And you can't seem to start.
Yeah. You're like, how'd you get started before me?
Yeah, I know.
I was here first.
You arrived after.
And then sometimes I'll be standing there and I'll have to stand next to somebody because there's not enough space. Yeah. And I'll be like, oh God, I'm not going to piss whilst he's here. And then there's that awkward, I'm just standing at the urinal holding my dick.
just staring
not
forward.
Pissing. And then in my head, I think the other guy's going, this guy's not pissing. And it just makes it even worse. My dick just might as well just go into my body. It's so difficult.
It's like a turtle going back into its shell.
Honestly, I can shit anywhere. Right? Yeah. I don't mind about making noise or anything. Yeah. I'm like, pissing, oh God, it's got to be empty.
It's a different ball game.
I'm like, I've got to be like thinking.
I'm completely different. I can piss anywhere. No. I will just get out my car and piss if I need a piss. I do not care.
No, I don't mind that. It's as soon as someone's standing next to you.
Yeah, that would be weird because then when they come up to you, you can't really look at them either. Oh, because you're staring forward and you're like, why the fuck's this guy here? If there's another 20 urinals next to me. But if you look, then it's weird. You can't look.
Then you get the talkers. All right, mate.
Yeah.
No, I'm not all right, mate. Fuck off. Don't talk to me. I'm trying to piss.
I'm trying to concentrate. Fuck.
Oh, God, it's busy out there, isn't it? Fuck off.
God, the weather's really nice.
Yeah. We did like a little bit of splashback. So this is a big thing. So urinal etiquette is what it's called, right? Yeah. So we're going to play a bit of a game.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I'm going to show you scenarios
of
a urinal.
Okay.
And I want you to pick straight away which urinal you need to pick.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So number one. So you're coming in from the left. Okay. So you're coming in from this side.
Okay.
Which one do you pick? 7.
7.
Yeah, you go to the end.
Yeah, you go to the
I'll
very
go to the
corner
I'll
of the
go
room,
to the far
right?
end.
Yeah, absolutely. Furthest one away.
Yeah.
You don't want the door to hit you.
Yeah.
It's definitely number 7.
If you go in for number 2, someone might park themselves at 3. Or
Yeah,
4
if you go to 3 or 4,
go
you're
in
a
the
cunt.
middle. You never go for the middle.
Because you're wasting other urinals.
Yeah, no.
You're basically blocking them off other people because you can't go next to someone.
This is literally like car parking. Like,
Yeah.
if it's an empty car park and someone parks right next to you, it's like there's a million other spaces.
Yeah, man. Everyone knows this rule. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows the urinal rules. No one's spoken about it. We've never spoken about this before. Everyone knows this rule.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Option number 2. Where you going?
3.
I'd probably go 7 again.
I think 7 because you got nobody on your right hand side.
Yeah.
You haven't got anybody on your left hand side. 3, it's a bit close.
It is,
You are standing between 2 people, although there is a gap. So 3 is like second place, but I think again number 7.
Yeah. In my head, just 3 looks the most.
Yeah. Because it does feel going in 7. It feels you're a bit close to number 5.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going all over there, you favour number 5 over number 1.
Yeah. You don't want to leave number 1 out.
No, I'm just going over here, mate, because there's no one to my right. It's not that I don't like you. And then option number 3. I think this is a toughie.
Whoa.
Oh.
Now you have to choose someone.
See, I would go.
I think
4.
you've got to scope that out, really.
I'd go number 4
Yeah,
because there's only one person next to me.
Yes.
Well, no, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
No.
you're right.
But I mean, like, if I was on 3, there's 2 to my.
There's 2 to your left.
Yeah,
And all of a
2 to
sudden
my
there's 3
Now
in a
you've
row.
got an
And that's
audience.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
You've started a band.
Yeah.
So 6, definitely not. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a sandwich. That's not good.
Imagine walking in and just going into number 6, where you have the options to go to 3 and 4.
Yeah.
You're that weirdo that just goes in. Right, lads. How we doing today?
If you had no choice other than like 3 and 6, would you go into a cubicle?
I would definitely.
Oh my
Cubicle
God.
is the first option.
Sorry?
If I can quickly scan
if
to
you
see if
can
there's
go-
any cubicles, and maybe sometimes like the locks are not fully turned, so you just give it a quick tap to see if
Yeah.
the door's open.
Yeah.
That's definitely the first option.
Yeah.
Not that I'm sitting down to wee. I just want to go into a cubicle so then I can piss without
Yeah.
having to.
Without
100%.
anyone-
Get in the
There's a
zone.
local pub of mine, and there's only 3 urinals. So like, it only takes one person for that to get awkward.
Oh god.
So then sometimes I just go straight into
So
the
3
cubicle.
urinals. Let's imagine there's 3 urinals. You're coming in from the left. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
What's the first one? Is they all empty? What's the first one you go into?
You go to the
In
far
the
one.
urinals,
Far
yeah,
one,
far, yeah.
Never go into number. Never go
No,
into number 2.
you're
Nah.
a weirdo otherwise.
Yeah, because you've just basically imagine that. Yeah, that's right. You're so egotistical. You're so like proud and confident. You
Yeah.
go into the middle one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like me and Monks were on the train the other day, and we sat with a chair in between us, an empty chair in between
Yeah.
us. I didn't sit.
Imagine.
Next to him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's
Like,
3 chairs. Imagine, and you just sit right next
there
to
was
it.
a
Yeah.
whole row of chairs.
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
There was
yeah,
a
yeah.
chair to pass. I didn't
Yeah.
want to be a dick and just sit far away, but yeah, no.
Cool. So
I've got can I tell you a urinal story quickly?
Please.
I went to a gig in Camden.
Yeah.
I was absolutely battered. And you know the really long urinals?
Oh yeah, like a trough.
Yeah. I went in, saw that, pissed in it, but it was a sink. And then a guy, I didn't think anything of it because it looked like that. It was
Yeah.
long, and then this guy walked in and he just looked at me and went, "That's disgusting." And then I turned around and then saw
like the
then the
deeper
urinals over there and people walking over there.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it was
The
bad.
thing
It was
is,
bad.
urinals are getting futuristic nowadays. They're like changing.
Oh,
them.
you got waving.
Yeah. You got the waterfalls in them now and everything.
Okay, cool. So things that piss us off is poor urinal etiquette.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely notch that one up.
That is a solid one to start.
Yeah, that's a good one. I enjoyed that game also. This one's for me.
Yeah, we've spoke about this in the past actually.
Yeah, cyclists. Fuck,
Yeah.
man. And
Yeah.
I feel like the sun has come out more so, and therefore has brought out these dickheads. Now,
Yeah.
honestly, it fucking winds me up because like if it was a car driving at 15 mile an hour,
Yeah.
taking up the amount of space that these guys do, and they were in the car behind them, they would toot and get angry at these people, right? But what's frustrating nowadays is the highway code has changed. There's like a hierarchy of safety now. So it starts with pedestrians, cyclists, cars, vans, trucks, whatever. So now these guys have got extra like leeway. They don't have to go single file. They don't have to use cycle lanes if they don't feel safe enough, and they don't have to keep to the left of a lane if they don't feel safe enough. They can drive right in the middle. When it coming up to a junction, they can drive right in the middle. And that fucking pisses me off. That really does me in, because they're not accountable. There's no insurance. There's no number plate.
Yeah.
No roadworthiness on a bicycle, whatever. It really fucking winds me up. And then they want all the respect on the roads, right? They want all the respect, but a red light, no, don't worry about it. Just go straight through it. Honestly, they jump red lights.
You see them go through red lights loads, and then they wonder why they're fucking knocked off.
Honestly, and roundabouts, they think because they take up such little space, they can just come onto a roundabout as I'm going round. No, if you want the respect of a motor vehicle, then you act like a motor vehicle.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't jump red lights. I was driving a little while back now, and I was turning right into a thing, and there's a crossing just in front of me, like 100 yards up there. I saw it turn red, but I saw the cyclist jump that red light. So I went to lurch at him as if I was turning right in the car, knowing that he'd get aggy at me, and then he did. He got his face, and I said, "You just jumped that red light, didn't you?" And then he obviously just carried straight on. I could have easily knocked him off. It would have been my fault that I hit the bike.
Exactly.
But cyclists, put them on the fucking wall. Honestly, it doesn't matter. And I don't think they realise going on a bike ride at 8:30 a.m. or 4:30 to 5 p.m.
It's
completely
rush hour.
Inconsiderate. Dickheads. Yes, I understand you're driving to work. Honestly, it fucking does my head in.
So can they go side by side? They can just do that.
Road if they want. They can drive on the right hand side of the lane if they don't feel safe enough.
Yeah.
And they don't. And even if there's a cycle lane, they don't have to use that either. And
But then for cars to then overtake them is would be a nightmare.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was going down the dual carriageway over near us, and there's a cycle lane, and he was on the road, and so I was driving past him. I tooted him to say there's a cycle lane. I was being polite, kind of, and he turned around and just fucking flipped me the bird, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
How about just
I'm gonna run you over.
Yeah, I'm a fucking Ford Ranger prick. Yeah. So cyclists, absolutely.
That's a good one.
Old people driving.
This is another.
Yeah, it's another Charlie.
Right, there have been too many cases recently where I've had near crashes.
Yeah.
Because some old person, I know they look like a corpse driving.
Yeah, they can barely see him.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Right. This one old dude, he basically, without even checking his mirrors on the motorway, whilst we're going 70, pushing 80, and he's just swerving into my lane whilst I'm going past him, and I'm just about to have a collision, and then I swerve into the next lane, and then the other car has to swerve.
Yeah, they're fucking oblivious, man.
Honestly, but the thing is, right? I understand that everyone needs a car for good reasons to get around and stuff, and it is a piss take bus. But I do think, at least take another test. I don't say
just a refresher. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or actually, it's more. I always feel about their reaction times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If a car was to stop in front of them, can they stop quick enough?
100%. Yeah.
You're right. It frustrates me, and I feel like because of the boomer generation, there's loads of them on the road.
Yeah.
Because the boomers are getting 60, 65, 70 now.
Yeah.
And they're driving the car that they've had since they were 17.
Yeah. There's all these new cars and stuff, and they can't keep up. So it's
old people driving fucking does me.
Yeah,
but you're right though. They definitely should have a test.
Even
if you you feel really confident. There are some 75-year-olds out there that are probably really good drivers, but you should still be tested.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah. I don't think take the license away from them. I think definitely retest.
Yeah. So most of this, we're just surrounded by muppets. Cyclists, old people drivers. I think we just fucking hate everyone.
Yeah.
Right? Things that piss us off. Everything. So yes, old people driving. Definitely put that on the list. This one's for you,
Cinema. Mate. This is me. So what annoys me is when people are loud, either they're talking or eating loud in the cinema.
Yeah.
And I think eating loud, that is just across the board. That's fucking disgusting. Even with your mouth shut, I don't see why that's difficult.
Yeah.
But in the cinema, I just find it so annoying. Like, I always seem to sit next to the people that will be talking throughout it.
Yeah.
Or just eating so fucking loud.
Yeah, I would find
so
it really
loud.
Turns their phone off.
Yeah, and you're just like, what are you doing? Like, it's just
like they've bought crisps.
Yeah.
They bought crisps to the fucking cinema.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, if I'm ever eating anything, it would be like normally I'd have like maybe some chocolate or something like that.
Yeah.
But I would wait till the loud part of the film where I then shove 100 in my mouth. Like,
a few minstrels.
But some people just like, I just find it annoying, and it's to the point where I don't really want to go to the cinema anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to get a massive TV at my house and watch something at my house.
Yeah. I just pick up the popcorn and throw it over them. It fucking does me in. And it's like, I mean, a collective of people in a cinema doesn't turn me on at all. And like, I feel like people laugh more at funny things when they're in a group. Stuff that's just not that funny. Yeah. You know, loads of people laughing out loud, and I think it's because you come from the energy. But I hate people just being noisy or making noise in a cinema anyway. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That is definitely one of the reasons why I haven't been to a cinema in like ages.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a year now that I haven't been to a cinema. But I mean, there's all this stuff coming out now, like what is it, like Amazon Premiere or whatever, or all these like films that are literally going from cinema straight to your TV.
Yeah, the time is a lot shorter now, right?
Oh, 100%. So I don't actually really feel the need to go to the cinema anymore.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No. I'll tell you a really shit film, and you'll agree with me on this one, that went from cinema to Disney Plus quite quickly. Quantumania.
Quantumania?
You know, the new Wasp Man.
Ant-Man, with Kang or whatever.
Yeah. Holy shit, it is awful.
Is it awful?
It's so bad.
I've actually...
What would you say it was in the cinema and now it came out quickly on...
It's already on Disney Plus. Right. Yeah, it came out really quick.
I'm actually scarred from Marvel now.
Yeah.
Every new Marvel film that comes out, I don't really want to watch it. Like the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. That one I'm looking forward to. Yeah. But the Quantumania, fucking hell, that was absolutely dire. Honestly, it was shocking.
They're saying that the new Guardians of the Galaxy was the best one since Endgame. But then that's not really a competition, though, is it?
No, because it's been shit since Endgame. Yeah. Because Endgame was so good. Yeah. Honestly, I watched that a lot.
It was so good.
Yeah, even now, it's absolutely banging.
Yeah,
that final scene where all the things are opening and everyone comes out, holy shit, it's so good. Yeah. I feel like standing up and just clapping. Noisy eaters in the cinema, just fucking get in the bin.
And it's also when they come back, like... During the film, people get up obviously to go to the toilet, but when they come back, it's quite dark. But they're not in a rush to sit down. No. They just walk in, they're standing, they're right in front of you, and you're just like, what are you doing? So
they're dead to me. Okay, cool. This one's mine.
Oh my god, here we go.
Yeah, Just Stop Oil.
Yeah,
these cunts. Let's just take a moment to soak it all in, right?
Everyone knows.
Oh god, the entire listenership, all three of you, have all just gone, ugh. Like we hate these guys, and I've specifically picked this chick on the left here as well. She's like one of the main Just Stop Oilers, and they took a pause for a while, didn't they? They're like, oh, we won't be disrupting the roads for a bit, and then it ducked down for a couple of months, and over the last 4 or 5 weeks, they're back, with a vengeance, and I fucking hate them to the point where, I understand their message, right? I know what they're trying to say. Mm-hmm. They are not making any progress at all. They're not making any progress. As soon as we see one of these demonstrations, we don't go. No one in the world is going, okay, cool. I need to start turning my lights off. I need to get my roof insulation done. I need to start something. No one is going, okay, cool. You've got me. Yes, I'm going to not drive to work today. Yeah. No one's. Every time you see one of these cunts, you go, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an issue when it's they stop traffic.
Yes.
And there were people that had to be rushed to hospital that were dying.
Yeah.
That is mental to me, because in my opinion, that's no longer peaceful protesting. No. That there are lives being lost at that.
Yeah,
point.
They did say. I watched an interview with this chick here. They did. I think her name's like Melon or Flower Pot or something like that. And she said that they have a blue light policy, right, where they let cars through. But it's like, what happens if you glue your hand to the ground?
They do, yeah. Because the footage I've seen of people dragging them across the floor.
Yeah.
To try and I don't know what I'd do if I was at the front of a queue. Like,
oh mate, I pray every morning.
You want to be
at front row of a fucking Just Stop Oil protest.
Yeah.
Because I will not give a fuck. I'm not going to hurt anybody, but I'll get through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they've done
especially that truck.
Yeah, they've done a couple of things, right? They have obviously protested at the rugby.
Yeah, I missed that. I heard about it, but did someone run on?
Yeah, 2 people run on through the whole bag of like orange
right at the
powder
beginning.
paint. Yeah, and then they got tackled to the ground. Brilliant. That was the best bit. There was one where they jumped on. I think this was actually overseas on Strictly Come Dancing, and they jumped on the dance floor and like paint went everywhere. But the cameraman who's doing the big boom operator cameraman obviously can't see what's close to him or in the because of the wide angle, the non-wide angle lens.
Yeah.
The big boom come along and knocked one of the people over. Brilliant.
Nice.
Like, absolutely, you got to watch that.
That's good.
My favourite one, and this is why they really go high on my list, is they jumped onto Silverstone Racecourse the other day and glued their hands to the ground for Formula E racing, like just before the cars went off.
Yeah.
And I was like, Formula E is electric. In fact, their fucking tagline is like net zero every day or something.
Yeah.
What are they doing? That one person has created more carbon than that entire tournament in its entire existence. Because it's fucking net zero, and yet they're protesting and throwing fucking paint everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, your messages are inconsistent.
It's mental. It's absolutely mental. Have you seen that video where that guy, they're holding up a load of oil trucks or something?
Oh yes.
And he's like, oh, but it's cooking
This
oil.
is cooking. This is vegetable oil. Fucking idiots. So Just Stop Oil, definitely a top 10er.
Wankers.
Things that wankers.
Honestly.
Cool. If you have been stopped by any Just Stop Oil protesters, please write in. We'd love to hear your stories. Okay, next one. Who's up?
This is me. So this may not be for you guys, but these machines just wind me up. They just never. I always. First I thought maybe it was me just not doing it right or something. But then I'm like, it's not just like you'll go there with like 10 to 15 items. I might scan 10 of them absolutely fine. Then some just don't scan. It's really annoying. Yeah. Then you go and put them in the bag and it says it's not in the bag because it's light, so you have to take them out.
Gets me all the time.
So then you pick it out the bag. It says you've removed something from the bag. So the red light is going off like 5 or 6 times. You look around and someone's not there to help. Yeah. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake. And then, like, you get, like, other things approved, like booze or whatever. Yeah. And, people
Red
aren't
Bulls,
there.
Ibuprofen.
Then I forget bags and the bags aren't there. So then I have to go and find a bag. Oh, man, they just wind me up. But I go back to them every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I never want to queue.
No.
And these are normally quite empty because they're shit. But I just always go to them and I get so frustrated.
Yeah, and
I think they're getting better, but
yeah, I don't know why, but I'm relatively tech savvy, right? I can stalk someone quite well. I can search for things on the internet. You know, I can do certain things, right? When it comes to finding a bakery item on the fucking till like this, holy shit!
Yeah.
I've got to look in the bag and go, what is it actually called? And it's, then I'm like an ape, like trying to match the pictures. I'm like holding up this cinnamon swirl, and I'm like, I can't even type the word croissant. How do you spell croissant? You know?
Yeah.
Fuck, it's so difficult. Or like all vegetables. Honestly, do you know how many vegetables there are?
I just find it like the bag situation, right? Because there's 2 different like bits that you can put like stuff on.
Oh right? Yeah, the bagging and the basket.
The bags that are on the platform that indicate that you put your bag there aren't there. So you're like 50-50 chance which is going to be it. And then you put it on one side and it's like, you haven't put your food down and stuff. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think one of these. And you know what's also annoying about these things is that if you do make a mistake, it's really loud.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's kind of like the person goes, or sorry, you're an idiot that you cannot scan this item. We will be calling an assistant. You know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not. Okay. That was all of our 6. Okay. We did a bit of a survey a little while back. And I'll read off some honourable mentions. Some of these are great. So, from Matthew K. Everything.
Everything.
He also said kind of like strike action, you know. So I am for striking. Yes, it's okay. Just don't piss me off.
Yeah.
Basically. People that overtake you on the motorway and then slow down. There's a couple of motorways.
Oh my word!
You know, so I think there's also that. So that one's from Pete R. We've got Sean M. People who don't understand how a motorway works and just sit in one lane continuously.
That is very
that winds
annoying.
me up. You know?
I think if
middle lane hoggers.
Yeah, and if they do that, I normally undertake them because but then
I'm not a vigilante. I make my driving show them how to drive.
Yeah, but sometimes you undertake them, thinking that they go, oh shit, and they move, and they still don't move over.
Yeah.
They're just absolutely oblivious.
Yeah,
to it.
I sometimes you're right. I undertake to acknowledge that those fuckers are in the wrong lane, or I overtake and then I pull in front of them quite close.
Yeah,
to like say,
You're
hey,
just asking for it, man.
Yeah, I want to be on motorway patrol.
Yeah,
get your siren on the ceiling and everything.
I did see one. They started to get police cars to try and pull people over, didn't they, from being middle lane hoggers?
Yeah,
and then they have the arrows on the back of the car, and they get in front of them and pull them over. And I've seen that a few times.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
But I don't see it much now. But they did say that you'd get like 3 points just hogging a lane that you shouldn't be in.
Oh right, yeah. I guess it's driving.
You know what type of driver does that the most? The old ones.
Oh god, chuck them on the list.
Yeah, no, literally, they'll sit in the middle lane or something.
At like 60.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got some good ones here. So, parking your car in the corner of an empty car park, only to find that someone has parked right next to you when you return. So that's
like the urinal
etiquette. Urinal. Yeah. I told you it's a whole. It goes across the whole board.
Yeah, it is weird.
So that was Pete R. Here's another one from Pete R. Packaging on products that make it too difficult to open. So you know those ones that are like really hard plastic. You have to get the scissors out and shit like that.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. This is a London-esque one. This is from Tom K. People that don't take their backpack off on the tube. Oh mate. Again, I'm like a vigilante. I just fucking grab that little hand on the back of the backpack. Or really like barge into it. You know, I feel like I'm making the community better by doing these videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People that send unnecessarily long emails. Now, we actually probably don't get that much here. We're quite a progressive company. We use Slack, our capital content. So there's a lot of DMs, right? There's not a lot of emails that get sent. If at all, they're relatively short. But back in the day, or boomers, definitely sent unnecessarily long emails. People who, this is a classic one from Sean M as well. People who stop suddenly in front of you whilst walking and have no spatial awareness.
Yeah.
That does wear in.
Yeah.
And again, I think what we can conclude from all of this is it's people.
Yeah.
Things that piss us off is people, right? We fucking hate people. I hate people too. So now we come to the final. We need to work out who's top, who's bottom, you know. Is everybody just annoyed? So I'm going to come off of here and we're going to drag these things. So, so we've got Just Up Oil, we've got cyclists, we've got self-service tills, noisy eaters in the cinema, people that don't adhere to urinal etiquette, and old drivers that are oblivious on rights. Who's the most annoying?
You know what? I kind of changed my mind. So you know the Just Stop Oil?
Yeah.
I would say it's like an A tier, but it hasn't affected me.
Okay.
So it's. Do you know?
So we say they're mid.
Some of these.
Should we say they're mid?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Do you guys agree with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
And they do. Oh, it's disappeared. And they've got like they do have a message. You know, they are trying to do it for a good reason. So we'll put mid tier. It's not that there's no reaction. You know, old people drivers are just old people drivers. They're not trying to save the world, right? So we'll put them mid because they are well annoying.
Yeah.
But we haven't been directly affected, and they do have a good message.
Yeah.
That's very mature of you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So cyclists. So are they more?
I think
that
they're higher than
they're
that.
Very high
because they're just like, you know.
They are
No,
annoying.
you know. So we'll put them above just up oil.
Yeah.
Self checkout tills. Are they more or less annoying than cyclists? Let's say.
Less.
I would say I get annoyed more by cyclists. Checkout tills.
I reckon that's towards the bottom.
Yeah. So we'll put that mid bottom.
Yeah.
Noisy eaters in the cinema. Now, I would say that is quite annoying, but we don't encounter it much.
Yeah.
No.
So it's definitely not top. I'm going to put this. We'll put it just under there. We reckon. I would say tills are more annoying because I encounter these tills.
Exactly.
They're a lot more than the similar.
Etiquette urinal. Urinal etiquette. It's annoying. I wouldn't say it was more annoying than cyclists.
No, I would say the old
is it more
drivers has got to
annoying
be.
than
I think it's kind of level with the oil, maybe. I don't know. Like,
yeah. Because when it happens,
I don't know.
Because when it happens,
what are we doing right now?
I know. When it happens, it's well annoying.
Yeah, but it doesn't always happen. Like,
No.
I don't think, I don't know what you.
So then, old people drivers, again,
I think that's on par with the cycling.
Yeah. So we say, okay, so we're going to put old people drivers and cyclists at number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have urinal etiquette, poor urinal etiquette. I think Just Stop Oil is just a little bit more than them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And then we'll do the checkout tills and then noisy eaters.
Noisy eaters. Well, noisy eaters in the cinema. I think if it was noisy eaters,
noisy eaters in the cinema,
it would be higher up. But noisy
Sorry,
eaters in the cinema, yeah.
Cool. I think we have the top 6 annoying list built there. Cool. I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm a bit more zen now.
Yeah.
I've decompressed after ranting about the Just Up Oil pricks. Well, cool. Thanks very much. Let's. If you have any annoying things, please do comment in the sections below. You've been listening to Pint Half Full. My name's Gary, and this has been
Charlie
and
Chris.
And you can catch all our other episodes of Pint Half Full wherever you get your podcast injection from, Google, Apple or Spotify. You can obviously watch all of our videos on YouTube as well, Capco_originals. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.